What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dr. Joker with District's View. This week I'm going to go over a theory I have called the three Soras theory. So this is about largely revolves around events of the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, with Remind, and with the events of Kingdom Hearts 4. You know, I think there are three Soras, and associated with all that, like that exists at the same time, and I'm gonna go over what happened regarding all of them and how that affects Kingdom Hearts 4 and, obviously the rest of the series. So, with all that being said, on with the video. So, here's what's known. So, Sora time traveled in Kingdom Hearts 3 to save Riku, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Lee, Aqua, and Ventus from the Lich, and to save Kairi from Xehanort. He interfered with the Keyblade War during the second time travel trip, and then he faded at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 and is now in Quadratum in Unreality. Here's my theory regarding the three Soras. So, who are the three Soras? So, Sora 1, so he time traveled to the beginning of Keyblade Graveyard level of Kingdom Hearts 3 when Xehanort does his attack during that final battle against him, you see Sora, you see like the "you died," animation, and you see Sora, it's like he's like a heartbeat, whatever. Don't give call his name, and like he like returns and like basically defeat Xehanort. It's like he gets a second chance. So here's what happened there. So Sora 1 time travel to beginning the Keyblade Graveyard level, and like basically he was able to do that. He ended up doing similar actions to Sora 2 to save Kairi and himself, you know, and basically he's shown disappearing during the initial version of Kingdom Hearts 3. So he kind of like had like his own version of Remind, probably slightly different. And then he loses to Yozora in Kingdom Hearts 3 Secret Episode and is crystallized. So the Yozora wins ending is Sora 1's ending of that fight. Now Sora 2, he's the main playable Sora in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind and in Kingdom Hearts 4. Now he beats Yozora in Kingdom Hearts 3 Secret Episode and wakes up in Quadram, I'd say about a week later. Now Sora 3, he's the Sora for the Remind timeline. So he's one whose body you see throughout, like, the actual portions that just kind of like copy Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff with the fight against the organization. Now, I'd say he does not time travel, and the reason is because he's captured by Luxord or a lost master, and then he's kept unconscious somewhere for keeping, where it's in Quadratum, where it's the Keyblade Graveyard, Skull Kylum, some other world, I don't know, but basically, Luxord the Lost Master, like basically like has him kept somewhere for like reasons. Now, how does this affect Kingdom Hearts 4? So Sora 1's already crystallized, but Sora 2 still has to be crystallized. Now, I would say Sora 2, he'll be crystallized, I would say near the end of Kingdom Hearts 4. It'll either be, I think, Riku or Yozora that crystallizes Sora 2. Like, Sora 2, by the time you get to the end of Kingdom Hearts 4, he'll be a lot more powerful, so Yozora probably can't do it on his own. So he gets Riku to help him. So, like, you would have, like, let's say, that's a boss fight. Like, Sora has to fight Riku and or Yozora, and he ends up losing that fight, like, at least in the cutscene. And then the pieces of Sora 1 and Sora 2's hearts, they're stored in Luxord's cards. So the cards that Luxord tossed to him in Kingdom Hearts 3 after, losing, after Luxord, like, loses a Sora, he says he'll turn the tide. The pieces of Sora, those two Sora's hearts, are stored in those cards, and then the cards are taken to Sora 3's body, where then Sora will the pieces of each of the three hearts will merge together. Now, Sora will still be unconscious, so they I guess the key to completing the merger would be Kyrie. So Kyrie, once she's done her training with Aqua, however, whatever all that entails, um, Kyrie will then will go to where Sora's body is and complete the merger. How? Well, in Disney movies, one of the you know one of the things that's common in multiple old Disney movies is the true love's kiss thing. So maybe Kyrie has to do that. You know, I mean, usually in those movies, it's the man has to do that to save the woman. I guess, would be a reversal of that. But in the context, it probably makes sense. And since Kyrie is Sora's strongest connection, that will be how it's done. Like like so since it's the strongest connection, given how strong her connection is, how Sora's able to keep his physical form in Final World. So Kyrie will complete the merger, and then the reason Sora 3's by his knee is because that one did not do a time travel, so that one did not fade away. And so that has to be the host buy so Sora can actually get out of unreality because he can't get out unless he's in that body. Now, when that happens, Sora basically like 3 times as powerful at the end of Kingdom Hearts 4. So like, and given how much fighting is done throughout the series, and given how like the theory I have about like him being a reincarnation of the player, from the Key Saga, like Key, Unchained, Union Cross, and the canceled Missing Link game. He could he if he gets all that power from all those games back and the power he lost, in the Sora games, he could actually be pretty freaking powerful. Now, and I think a merger between hearts did happen. So when Sora time traveled with Find the Lich, I think his connection power was unwittingly used to cause the versions of each Guardian of Light's hearts to merge. So you had the two Sora hearts, the two Kyrie hearts, two Rico hearts, Mickey hearts, Doll hearts, Goofy hearts, Aqua hearts, Ventus hearts, Lee hearts, all the merged. So that's why they were a lot more successful when fighting like you know that whole tornado of heartless nobodies and unversed, and against some Terra Xehanort, like basically their power level is just higher, so they're actually able to be more successful. And that's it. Do you like this video? Do you dislike this video? Do you agree with my theory about the 3 Soras? Do you disagree? Do you have your own theory about like what, like how, like what will happen with like the different versions of Sora, or is there just one version? Like, because you had like the Sora body and the Remind timeline. What do y'all think happened to it? And so with all, so you can put all that in the comments, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Look forward to the next video.